Hello, beautiful soul, and welcome to the Little Reader's house. I'm the Little Reader, and you are in my house. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. You're not alone, darling. We've got this beautiful red tiger's eye. It's got that inner fire. You see that? You see that? It shines when you hit the right light. It looks like it's moving. It's beautiful. It's red tiger's eye. For me, back when I was introduced to this stone, it was a lot less commonplace in my knowledge banks than the golden tiger's eye. And I have a lot of gold tiger's eye too. But slightly different energies. This one, when I say inner fire, I really feel that. More rooted, but also more passionate, action-oriented. And it's interesting because I come to you today, your humble host, as a transmitter of an energy that's coming in to you, if you found this. It isn't so much a divine messaging, although ultimately isn't everything, darling, a divine messaging, but it isn't so much about life and spirituality and peace as it is about something very literal. So we're throwing it back, dearie, into the old days of channeling and the old days of sensing the vibes and communicating them appropriately. So here's what I see for you, beautiful soul. If you wandered your way in here, and I'd be interested to know if there's a correlation with the meanings of this stone. Flowers are in your future. Flowers, very specific. Very possibly roses. Like a bouquet. Or you see them on a walk. Or you see them on a t-shirt. Or in a band name. In art. Flowers and roses and the feeling of spring is coming forth like, if I could just turn into a flower to illustrate this, I would do so. That's my impression of a flower. Like the petals are open. I don't know. Don't mention it. Free of charge. But what's being transmitted here is this blooming reflected in your external environment. And we could say it's bi-directional, external mirrors internal, and yes, all of that we'll talk about another time. But it's not really. And we're not supposed to go that deep with this transmission, evidently. It's more about prepare thyself to receive, my love. Receive an honoring of you. And when you see roses or you see flowers showing up in your life, when you see romance, and it doesn't have to be with a lover, but it's quite possible. When you see romance showing up, receive it as if life itself is grateful for you. Wherever it comes from, whether it's a person gifting you with 1,000 red roses. Is that a thing? 1,000? That's intense. But let's say someone gifts you with 1,000 red roses, or you find this beautiful upholstery with roses on it and you decide to purchase it, to bring it to your home in like the form of a couch or a piece of furniture or a quilt. You encounter this flowering. Maybe it's even super subtle. Someone like scribbles a drawing of a flower at the bottom right-hand side of a receipt at your favorite diner. Or you meet someone with a flower in their hair and it just means something. Or you go out on a hike and there are flowers. Whatever it is, it's a sign for you right now, beautiful soul, that not only is life itself so grateful for your existence, but long planted seeds of love are blooming. And maybe you had a hand in them and maybe you didn't. This isn't like particularly one of those let's pat your own back sort of things. We should be patting your own back every day, irrespective of what's going on circumstantially. We'll pat your back for you. Patting your back. Every day. It's not so much reward-based as it is a moment to understand how well you fit into this world. How well you fit into this world, and how there is a place for you, and how if you thought you were forgotten, you most certainly are not. And if you thought your dreams were dead, they most certainly are not. And if you thought it was time to just let something die, and you probably did, let it die. It served as fertilizer for this plant to spring up and flower. You know what it's giving? A book that I read pretty much in a chain cycle. Like I would just finish it and start it again for like 2 years straight, called Where the Red Fern Grows. I was obsessed with that book as a kid. I have to talk to my therapist about that, dearie. But I really was. And something that happens, well, I don't want to spoil anything for you, but let's just say that when life ends, things fertilize, the life itself becomes fertilizer for something. So rather than consider this offering of flowers and roses and romance and love, and again, it's romancing from life. I'm not necessarily saying that someone's going to knock on your door and say, "Marry me, darling." I'm also not saying that they're not going to do that. But what I'm saying is your opportunities to enjoy the feeling of being seen, celebrated, and nurtured just exploded. So accept them. Say thank you. And understand that perhaps a lot of death led up to this. And now you're entering that cycle of life. Another thing that could be happening is pregnancy notifications. So if that happens to be you and you discover that, you may name the child Amanda. I'll allow it. I'm just kidding. You can name the little reader. It's fine. No, whatever you want, my love. I just want you to know, celebration, congratulations, romance, love, blooming spring. It's here. It's all in order for you. Receive it with an open heart. Know that you're worthy of it. So very worthy of it. Drop the expectations. Let it surprise you. Try to forget this transmission as soon as it's done, which it almost is. But let the little seed of joy that it plants in your heart sprout as just another future bouquet of flowers in your honor. This flowering is a celebration of life, but not in a memorial fashion, not in a post-mortem. It's in a midlife-um. Someone write that down. Is for now. So open up, put a smile on that beautiful face, and receive it. I'm sending you all the love I've got, beautiful soul. Always more, never less. If you haven't gotten around to it yet, slap a like on the video. Definitely hit that subscribe button to get a key to this house. And maybe even join Patreon for $1.11 USD. We meditate a lot over there. I love you, beautiful soul. We'll talk again soon.